A high school student says she dropped a piece of birthday cake and ended up with a broken wrist. The girl was at Knight Middle School in Palmdale, and she says a school security guard beat her because she dropped the cake and later arrested her mother. Michael Brownlee joins us live with what the family says is a great piece of evidence against the guard. Michael?
Well, that's right. A video that you'll actually see here in just a bit, but it was actually taken on a classmate's cell phone. Now, we talk about the mother's arrest, but the mother says that her 16-year-old daughter, the victim in this case, was also arrested here back on September 18th. Now, keep in mind, this is the family story, their account of what they see happened here on campus earlier this month. Unfortunately, we weren't able to reach the school district for comment, but keep in mind, a mother and daughter baffled over how a celebration with cake ended with a scuffle with school security. That 16-year-old Plige Mervin faced down a couple of weeks ago a campus security guard with her arm twisted behind her back. This is Plige tonight, that same arm on a mend from a broken wrist.
Put me through a lot of pain and hurt.
Plige and some friends with cake celebrated a birthday on campus. The lunch bell had just rang. Plige says she was bumped, accidentally dropped her plate of cake. A security guard told her to pick it up.
I picked it up. When I was finished picking it up, I went to the bathroom.
He then insisted, she said, she go back and clean it all up. She did a second, even third time.
I start picking the rest of the crumbs up off the ground, and that's when I start walking to class.
Plige maintains she complied as best she could.
He was following me, and he said, "Hey, you."
And before Plige knew it, she found herself face down on a table with this allegedly being yelled to her by that security guard.
He just said to hold still, and he called me a nappy head.
She didn't even understand that that was a racial comment, that he called her nappy head.
And that's part of why Plige's mother, Latricia, has sought out an attorney. But there's more.
They arrested me.
Arrested for assault upon an assistant school principal. Latricia demanded that security officer be arrested.
And they told me that if I wanted him arrested, that I was going to be arrested for battery.
And for Plige, first 5 days of school suspension, then her arrest for battery and littering involving the cake.
I was just thinking, like, how humiliated I looked and embarrassed and how hurt I was.
Now, the guy who took the video along with his sister were reportedly also arrested. Now, Latricia tells me that she has been suspended from her job without pay. She works at another school district here in Palmdale. As soon as they got word of her arrest, she says she was told to leave the building. Now, legal action, as I mentioned, will likely be taken as well. And the family has planned to march here out in front of the school first thing Friday morning, 7 a.m. Reporting live in Palmdale tonight, I'm Michael Brownlee.
Students and parents will be protesting the treatment of a student at the hands of a school security guard. It reportedly started when the student dropped a piece of cake. It's become a huge cause there. Amy Murphy's at the school right now. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Steve. That's right. As you can see, about 100 students and parents are gathered right now. And we have Naji Ali, community activist, on scene with of course, the girl who was seen on that video, Plige Mervin, again, suffered a broken wrist at the hand of a security guard. There is her mother with her as well. We're going to listen in for a moment to what she's saying.
Long time here at P Night. Kids have been beaten for 3 years now at this school. I want justice for my daughter, and I want the security guards that wrong her, I want them to be held accountable for their actions.
We'd like to hear from her daughter. Okay. Hang on.
With the Palmdale School District.
This is the young victim who was beat by the security guard.
To have the security guard fired, and also for Latricia Major to have her job reinstated. Now let's see.
What else?
We're going to listen.
How you feel? What happened?
I feel hurt. You know, I have to wear this cast every day. And I can't do that.
Speak up.
Talk loud. You
speak up.
We were at lunch, and it was my friend's birthday, and we were having a good time. So they were planning to smear cake in her face, and so after that, it was the bell rung, and I had somebody bumped into me. I dropped the cake, and that's when Chris said, "Pick the cake up." And I picked the cake up. So after that, I went to the bathroom to wash my hands, and he was at the bathroom, And then when I came out the bathroom, he said, come pick the rest of this cake up, and I told him I did. So I got down the second time, and I picked the cake up, the crumbs off the ground. So I started walking to class and he was following me. He said, hey, you, come pick the rest of this cake up. And I did. And then he got on his walkie-talkie, and that's when I just turned around and walked to class, and he grabbed me from behind and put my arms behind my back and pulled it up until it hurt it. And then he slammed me on the table.
Man, this is ridiculous.
What did he say to you specifically?
He said he called me a nappy head, and he told me to hold still.
And I'm going to make a closing comment, but I want the media to really see these injuries. That's right. Okay? This young woman's, her wrist is fractured. These young girls' wrists are fractured by this security guard, Chris Niemeyer. And this is ridiculous. Our children come to get educated, not abused by security guards. So we got some demands. We want to make sure that all charges against the Palmdale 4 be dropped. We also want the immediate suspension and firing of the security guard who did this to them, Chris Niemeyer. We also are calling upon the U.S. Department of Justice to convene an immediate panel into the circumstances.
Are you listening to Naji Ali in Palmdale? And obviously he wants a lot of attention focused on what happened in that high school and the cake dropping incident and what happened after that. So obviously he's making a big statement. We have the camera on him. You are hearing it. There'll be other aspects to this story, and we will cover it more for you as we go along here.